Hey guys, it's Brandon, aka B.Rich Beauty, aka your beauty best friend. Happy Friday, y'all! A.Rod and Jennifer Lopez have called a split. Bobby Brown has head down to the Red Table Talk. And is Phaedra Parks coming back to Bravo? We're talking about that and a lot more. You know what to do. Grab your tea, grab your beverage. Let's go. Hey beauty besties, happy Friday, and just thank God it's Friday. How you doing out there? Did you guys have a good week? Are you excited for the weekend? Are you doing anything good? Let me know. You know, I always go into my weekend with good intentions, and it shows up, and I always end up having a good time, but I have no major plans for this weekend just yet, so we'll see. We'll talk about it on Monday if I do anything for sure. Oh, I just looked at my nails. So I did a thing last weekend. I actually got gel manicure, and I never get a gel, but I decided to do the middle finger. Actually, let me do this hand. I decided to do the middle finger and the pinky finger with this gold metallic leaf. So every now and then when I catch it on camera, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. I have like a design on my hands. I'm fancy. And it's not that my polish is chipped. It's designed to look that way. Anyways, child, let's kick it off. Are you guys familiar with the Fyre Festival, F-Y-R-E Festival? Child, I don't know if y'all remember or not, but the Fyre Festival broke the internet. There was a Netflix special, there was a Hulu special, all the specials, because basically it was this big festival that was advertised, and Ja Rule was a partner and everything, and it was supposed to happen in the Bahamas. The children paid their money, child, got down there and did not have not one pillow to lay their head on, not one sandwich with all the condiments to eat and or running water. It was a shit show, and they got scammed. So remember, the Fyre Festival was supposed to be this big festival with nothing but music acts and nothing but partying all weekend long. It was supposed to bring business to the island of Bahamas and all the other stuff. Well, Billy McFarland, who was the man behind this great big old idea, took everybody's money and is now in jail. Well, according to news reports, the Fyre Festival, the company, has now settled their lawsuit because, you know, all the ticket holders filed a lawsuit against them trying to get their money back. So they have now settled the lawsuit, and every ticket holder that had a ticket that got down there and was stranded now is reporting that they were actually going to get about a $7,000 payout. Now, here's my thing. We all love a good class action lawsuit, and we all love when they're able to settle, honey. But I want to know, if this man stole everybody's money, if y'all got down there and had no place to lay your head, no running water, no meals, where y'all thinking they about to get this money from to pay y'all? Like, I just want to know, in order for them to have money to pay this $7,000 from, it has to come from someplace else. And apparently, the company over the Fyre Festival, like the Fyre Festival LLC, filed bankruptcy. So where are y'all getting the money? I feel like this is about to be another stunt and show. Like, they're saying, yes, we settled the lawsuit. Yes, this is about to be the payout. But go ahead and just hold your breath until y'all get this payout. And if you do get the payout, by the time all the fees happen and everything else, they ain't gonna get nothing but $26. I don't know where I got $26 from, but it just seems like a nominal amount that they would get after all this drama. Wouldn't it be cosmic and karma? Like, they went through all this drama. These people went through this lawsuit for years, and then all of a sudden they get a nice, crisp check coming to their house for $26.32. Now, I hope that they're able to get this full $7,200 back in terms of this settlement, but we shall see. Now, where is Ja Rule in all of this? Is Ja Rule getting the payday too? Or is he having to chip in to the settlement to pay them because, you know, he was one of the partners for this whole Fyre Festival? Listen, these are things I want to know. These are things that keep me up at night. But moving on, A.Rod and Jennifer Lopez have called it quits. Now, you know, beauty besties, and let me look at y'all sideways real quick. We saw this coming. We knew that this was about to be a matter of time, and the tick-tock on the countdown to the end of this was inevitable. Now, here's my thing. Because, you know, a couple of weeks ago, they had announced, the rumor was that they had broke up, and then they came back and said, we're just working on some things, we're not breaking up. But now they've officially announced that they have broken up, and they're now better as friends, and they plan to stay like that because they also have businesses together, and they wish the best for each other and their children. Now, if y'all don't know, word on the street was A.Rod was a little too flirtatious in text messages with people, and that his flirtatiousness on text is what got him in trouble with JLO in the first place. Not to mention, y'all also know there was a rumor circulating with Southern Charm star Madison LaCroix that she and A.Rod was doing something low down, nasty, and filthy. Now, obviously, Madison said that that was a false allegation and it was not true. And obviously, you know, A.Rod did not talk about it. But they're saying that this was a long time coming and that they had been working on it and they were trying to stay together. People in their campus saying this, by the way, that they were trying to stay together, but at this point, JLo couldn't take anymore. A.Rod had his behaviors. And I've heard some crazy stories, like the fact that JLo, they were trying to work on it so much that like A.Rod could only travel on the private jet with all men, that he could only travel Monday through Friday without her. The weekends they needed to be together, like all types of things. And all of these things are alleged, but I'm just letting you know that it sounded like they were trying to work on some behavioral things, and at the end of the day, it did not work. Now, does JLo get a chance to keep this ring? Because if she does, this would be what, ring number 3? No shade, but at this point, Mama got a nice little engagement ring collection happening over there. She can repurpose some of these diamonds from these engagement rings she's collected over the years for her child. But at any rate, I hope and wish them the best. Now, let's talk really quickly because I got some old tea for y'all. But this is old Flashback Friday teas. But apparently this tea has resurfaced, but it was too hot for me not to talk about it. So let's talk about it. Grab your tea. Let's go. Y'all know Sonia Norwood, you know Brandy's momager? Well, child, back in 2008, I told you I was taking this back. 2008, Brandy's mom, Sonia Norwood, filed a lawsuit against Kim, Khloe, and r.kelly.jail. Well, apparently, you know, Kim and Khloe used to work for the Norwoods. And in fact, Kim used to be Brandy's stylist. So what happened was, apparently, Sonia had given Kim her Amex card and authorized Kim to make a one-time charge to her Amex on behalf of Brandy. Well, word on the street was, and according to this lawsuit, that Kim not only made the charge for Brandy, but took the credit card number and gave it on over to her siblings, and they used her credit card, Sonia Norwood's credit card, at Dash and Smooch. And if you guys remember correctly, Dash and Smooch used to be their old, like, boutique businesses. Let me find out these Kardashians were stunt queens, honey. I mean, I know they got it from their mom, Miss Kris Jenner, Coffee Tea, or me. But I'm just saying, they over here utilizing people's credit cards without proper authorizations. So much so that Sonia in the lawsuit said that Kim and her siblings spent $120,000 on her Amex. And she said before she even filed the lawsuit, she was trying to get the money back for them without taking them to court because Brandy and Ray J were begging Sonia not to take them to court because they were friends with them. I bet Ray J was begging. Now it makes me think. Sorry, pause for this. Was that whole Ray J, Kim Kardashian sex tape situation Kim's way of trying to repay her debt? I'm just asking. So Sonia says she offered for Kim and her siblings to pay back the credit card with just a 10% interest on top of it. And by the way, this happened in 2006 and in 2007. So she filed for this lawsuit back in 2008, but she never got her money from them. And in 2009, they settled out of court. You know, I guess it's like the Drake song says, you started from the bottom, now you're here. They started out as stunt queens, and now they are multi-billionaires and millionaires and got empires for days, child. Listen, I don't know what the Kardashians did, but baby, it worked out to their favor. But I just said, ooh, I don't know why this tea started trending, but I said, I got to bring it to y'all because I knew they had some humble beginnings. I knew Kim used to be a stylist, but I didn't know Kim was a stylist and a stunt queen, allegedly. Now, my question is Brandy, Ray J, and Sonia friends with the Kardashians nowadays, or are they still holding this grudge? Well, at least we know Ray J might still be friends with Kim. Ray J will always go down in history for making the Kardashians famous. Cheers to you, Ray J. R. Kelly, the Pied Piper of pedophilia. I mean, the Pied Piper of, yeah, Pied Piper of pedophilia, R&B, whatever you want to call it. He's canceled in my book. Allegedly pedophilia, whatever. So I want to let you guys know, for those that are watching this whole R. Kelly case and are R. Kelly fans, R. Kelly is now his trial is being moved from Chicago to New York because of the sex trafficking charges that are being brought against him. Let me find out that Olivia and Finn from Law and Order SVU about to be in that courthouse. You know, I love Law and Order SVU, and the fact that this is actually being moved from Chicago to New York because of sex trafficking screams Law and Order SVU. For all the people, executive producer, Mariska, whatever, I need y'all to give me one of these ripped from the headlines into a storyline for an upcoming episode of Law and Order SVU. We need to see this happen, and I want to know how Liv and Finn would handle this. Well, apparently, because of all the delays with COVID, R. Kelly's trial will finally start, y'all, and it's going to take place in a Brooklyn courthouse on August 9th. So, for those that are R. Kelly fans, and you know, people will always be R. Kelly fans, I get it. Even looking at the comments, people are talking about free R. Kelly. Excuse you? Free who? Free the Pied Piper of sex crimes? No, leave him locked up in jail and let this man serve his time in a cell right next to Harvey Weinstein, okay? Now, let's shift gears real quick. Where my Phaedra Parks fans at? Well, apparently, everybody knows Phaedra Parks is making a return to Bravo TV in a special that Andy's hosting on Bravo called Watch What Happened Live, an amazing Bravo Party Week premiering on March 6th. So who knows what this will turn out to be, but this will be a week long where Bravo and Andy are bringing back past and present housewives to, one, do a little status update to figure out what's going on in their lives, and for them to reflect on their time on Housewives. Now, as for those that may not know, y'all know Phaedra left after that whole situation happened between her and Candy, where she allegedly told Portia that Candy and Todd were trying to drug her and take her down to the sex dungeon. And, you know, it got out of hand because Phaedra was spreading all types of false rumors, sex rumors about Candy. And so Phaedra left the show. Now, there is something to say about Phaedra that, you know, as Southern and as country and as smart and as whatever she was, Phaedra brought a certain something to the show that is still missing to this day. So it'll be interesting to see how she's being received when this episode premieres on May 6th. It kind of also makes me think that maybe the network is trying to test if the fans still want her and still love her. I can see Phaedra coming back and Phaedra and Drew Sidora being really good friends. Because Drew, in a sense, kind of reminds me of a young Phaedra Parks, especially with the whole religion thing. But Phaedra Parks is making a return to Bravo, so don't miss out if you are a Phaedra Parks fan. Do you guys watch the Red Table Talk with, you know, Willow, Jada, and Adrian? I don't watch it necessarily, but Bobby Brown stopped by the Red Table Talk to talk about, obviously, his most recent loss of his son, Bobby Brown Jr. He also talks about losing Bobby Chris and also Whitney Houston. And Bobby talks about his drug usage and how he has been sober for 19 years. Bobby also admitted that he's just recently stopped drinking alcohol, so he's been sober for a year. Bobby said he started losing bodily functions because of his drinking. Say what now? And I don't know a lot about addictions, especially alcoholism, but like bodily functions, Bobby, like were you sneezing and sharding? Like were you peeing and did not realize it? Like what was happening over there, sir? And whatever it was, I'm so glad you got help, because there is nothing like losing somebody's bodily function because you start your day with a glass of whatever and end your night with a glass of hoo-hoo. But I'm just saying, Bobby, here's the thing. Where it got really juicy for me was Bobby talks about, obviously, the death of his son to drugs. Bobby Chris died because of a drug overdose. And Whitney, God rest the voice, died because of drugs, right? But Bobby is saying that he thinks Nick Gordon is at the helm of the death of Bobby Chris and Whitney Houston. Now, I'm here for a good conspiracy theory, and I absolutely believe that Nick Gordon had everything and a lot to do with Bobby Chris and Whitney Houston dying, especially since, according to the documentaries, Nick used to go fetch the drugs for Whitney. And once Whitney died, I'm sure he probably fetched the drugs for Bobby Chris so baby girl could numb the pain. But what I won't allow you to do, Bobby Brown, is let Pat Houston off the line, allegedly. Because Y'all can say what y'all want to say, but I still have my sneaking suspicions about Pat Houston as well, and everything in the milk with Pat Houston ain't clean either. So while we can say Nick Gordon might have been at the helm of the death of Bobby Chris and Whitney Houston, and now Nick is dead himself, gone on to glory due to a heroin overdose, he's not here to defend himself, but you know who's still here, quiet as a church mouse, collecting these Whitney Houston estate checks? Pat Houston and her husband. Exactly. I don't put anything past Miss Pat Houston, allegedly. And on that note, I got to go. Guys, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel if you like this video if you like, and leave me a comment. Check the notifications and make sure they're turned on. Who loves you? I do. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye.